No, Controller, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
Gabon has been deporting people.
Yes.
Both Nigerians and non-Nigerians. Are you saying that we don't see a situation where Gabon will still deport more Nigerians? Is that what you're saying?
More Nigerians?
Yes.
If they want to deport Nigerians, you cannot stop them from
so you are willing, or we are open to accept Nigerians?
Of course.
Okay, you're just saying we cannot accept non-Nigerians.
Non-Nigerians,
so
yes.
there is no situation where these people will be put on board with Nigerians?
No, if they are deportees. There is a government policy. And even if they do, when we profile them, we see their papers as they come.
Yes.
We declare them inadmissible. That's immigration job.
Okay, so what do you do in that instance?
In that instance, we leave them inside the vessel. We prepare them a refusal note to the agent and inform the passenger himself or herself, and they send him or her back.
Okay, so
it's a normal immigration procedure.
What about the situation that you had on December 25th where the ship was not good? Yes. And had mechanical issues? What do you do in that instance?
In that instance, we needed to write an urgent security report to the Comptroller General, to the Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazau.
Yes.
Letting him know what is the situation on ground. There was a safety issue.
Okay.
We cannot say want to send back the deportees.
What I'm saying is, if there is a safety, safety issues come up all the time. We don't plan for safety issues.
Yes,
I'm simply saying that if, for instance, maybe you declare these people inadmissible, but the ship has a safety issue, what do you do in that instance?
If there is a safety issue, does it stop them from disembarking them? You keep them in the safe. We have holding centers where we keep inadmissible migrants. We keep them and allow the vessel to be fixed. And if the vessel cannot be fixed, we write a report to the headquarters. They give us permission. We contact their embassy. They could evacuate them by air.
Okay. You know, before the notice from the federal government, don't men and officers also can use their own prerogative, initiative, proactive measures to stop some people from coming into the country? Must we wait and say, because there hasn't been any directive to that effect, everyone that is being deported must have an easy access into the country?
Please, let me correct an impression here. We talk about the word deportation loudly. For us, deportation, if it is not a criminal offense, if it is an immigration offense, to us, we don't see it as a great concern.
But that's the problem.
For a nation,
yes.
You know, for a nation.
Yes.
For a nation that is more or less at war with insurgents and people who look like Nigeria or who impersonate as Nigerians, don't you think we should be a little bit more circumspect when we accept people into the country?
I've told you now, there is a government policy.
No, before the policy, I'm trying to look at perhaps there must have been some slip in times past before the late policy.
Immigration, we are up and doing, like I can assure you, we have managed, we were able to transit 2,069 deportees between June 22nd and December 25th.
Do you have some form of technology that would spell or pick me out when I stand before you and say, I'm a Nigerian, just in case I'm not in Nigeria?
We have trained officers that are trained, who are from this, probably geopolitics. They listen to your intonation. They look at your tribal marks. So many things that I don't need to divulge our techniques of identification. Yes,
all those don't
I
help.
don't. We
have
the techniques.
Because if it's about accent and intonation, if it's about accent and intonation and even marks, a lot of people can get them. So we're asking questions. Biometrics can be faked to a large extent.
Yeah.
But I can get an accent. I can choose. I can be chameleonic when I come before you in any entry point. Do we have the facility to say if I'm a Nigerian or non-Nigerian? At least the government can help if we are lacking.
I have told you, the only facility that we have is a travel document. It's a travel, and sometimes when you see, when somebody holds a Nigerian travel document that you have cause to believe that the person got it, is under pretense. We do it, we interrogate and withdraw the facility.
So it's all about belief?
Yes. We withdraw, not a belief. After establishing the fact, after our proper interrogation,
by what measure?
We profile, by profiling, by interaction. We can call people from that geopolitical area. Immigration is, have a lot of
do we take their biometrics as they come in? do we take biometrics just in case tomorrow there's a crime or there's need for us to
We do, I
trace?
have told
So
you.
all of these people who came in,
yes,
okay,
we
biometrics
do.
have been taken.
Yes, we take the biometrics, and there are pictures. We do. I've told you that.
You know, I do remember in October 2012, I think Honorable Abike Dabiri at that time did raise concern. She did say that Gabon was being hostile. She considered those acts of deporting Nigerians and non-nationals to Nigeria was a point of big concern. So this has been happening for a long time, but immigration thought, no, we have the expertise to manage all of this.
Yeah, but you know, if Nigeria has its own immigration and migration policy, we cannot determine how Gabon will manage its own internal security and immigration issues. They have their own laws. The message we preach is that people migrate, especially Nigerians, to ensure that they adhere strictly to the laws and immigration policies and regulations of the destination country that they intend to visit, and when they are there, when they are resident. We cannot dictate to Gabon.
Does immigration check the maybe foreigners who are in this country without relevant documents?
Of course we do.
One last.
It's a regular thing. I told you we have immigration officers.
No, I mean those who are already in the country,
yes,
who got into the country.
Immigration officers in all the 774 local government areas in Nigeria. So
all the local government areas?
Yeah. Divisional immigration officers with personnel.
What do they do?
That's what you have to ask. Monitoring, surveillance, interaction with the community, with the traditional rulers, to ensure that they share information. If they see people in their community who are strangers, who they believe, or have cause to believe that they are not Nigerians.
I must admit, I'm surprised. I mean, I've gone to local government several times. Okay, I don't know. I never really paid attention to
because
you
are not aware that immigration is there, because our role, you may not expect that you have said monitoring. Most of the time they go out to check, look at their hideouts, see where they are, see what they are doing.
Would you say you're facing any other challenges? I mean, yes, you've been trained and you can handle immigrants wherever it is they're coming from. But would you say that is there anything you would like the government to improve upon in your command?
Yes, our major challenge now is, expecting government to assist us to assist the land borders and probably the ports with modern facilities, like we are talking about these biometrics.
Yes.
That where there will be, cross-referencing. And you did not talk about MV Agamba, the recent one. That vessel did not bring in deportees.
What did it bring in?
Regular passengers.
Regular passengers?
Yes. So they brought in regular passengers who have their laissez-passer. Okay. So that they had been sent back must have been done in error.
Do you collaborate? Wait, they were sent back was done in error?
Yeah, probably, because I don't know, because
immigration was not there at the time they were sent back?
Yeah, we were not, their documents were with us. It was after they had sent them back that we got the news on the TV that.
So you think they should have not been sent? They shouldn't have been sent back.
Yeah.
Do you work well with other agencies at the boards?
We do. We do in this circumstance when we were not able to assess the migrants, so we may not be able to really say. Probably the other agency had some other information that they had at their disposal that was not made available to us. But MV Agamba that arrived on 20th January, and that is one of the reasons why I'm here, to correct that impression. They did not bring in deportees.
Okay.
But they brought in regular ECOWAS nationals who have their either passports or laissez-passer.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Funke Adeoye is the Controller of Immigration Service, Cross River State Command.